Well, the walls are tumbling down, and as I shared with you, the meek shall inherit the earth. And the reason why is because the meek don't argue. They don't have to have a point. They don't need you to believe what they do. They're always looking for solutions. They walk in peace, and their whole goal is to live in unity and, of course, enjoy their own lives. You should flourish. But what I want to share with you is when I talk about the lower frequencies, the basement dwellers, they turn on each other. And I've said this over and over again, and now you're seeing it really go into action. And nothing can survive on a weak foundation, and it's collapsing right now. And we don't have to do anything. Don't get involved in that. Don't get involved in the taking sides or watching the train wreck if you want to be part of the positive change. It's a choice. I mean, it might be entertaining, but I want to share with you what's going to happen, and it's accelerating, and it's going to absolutely implode on itself in a way that's going to make way for new amazing things, because we're done with that, aren't you? I know I am. Let's go. Welcome to Landria. I decided I needed to pull this down. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears, live an amazing life. We are going into enlightenment. We're going into transformation. We are recognizing what we are. We're seeing what we've been doing, and it doesn't feel good. Why are so many people in pain and struggling on this planet? We're doing it. So your own thoughts are doing it. You're in separation from others because you're angry at the world, right? And I hear some of you striking out. We want to hurt others. We're feeling it ourselves. And so, listen to what others people say when they are striking out at you. They're not happy themselves. We don't want that. So I hope you'll subscribe, but I want to let you know that I offer two ways for you to change your life. One is through what you do for a living, and I'm teaching people how to create planet-conscious businesses. Not just planet-conscious, but businesses that make sense to you. Learning how to be real business owners, not this make-money garbage out there. I'm talking about creating something of real purpose and value. That's down in the description. I have a free webinar that explains. And also free inspiration. I'm rebuilding my entire brand, landria.com, teaching you how to break through those fears, how to go into limitless manifestation, because it's available. Now I'm going to explain a couple things to you right now. Everything is one thing. However, everything, including whether it is physical or non-physical, is actually programmed to have its own laws. We talk about quantum, so I'm going to do a whole video on this, but we talk about quantum physics, and we say these are the laws, and we think it applies to everything. No, it applies to the quantum physics that control or are entangled with other things. It serves other things. So the quantum physics that we know serves planet Earth. It doesn't necessarily serve anything else out there. Everything is connected that serves this, that serves this. Okay, gravity isn't like total truth. It's truth here because it serves planet Earth. And these aren't separate, but they appear to be because they're playing out their own roles with their own rules. You as a human, me, all the people out there, everything that's happening right now, came in as part of the one and experiencing its own laws and rules to experience that, and is still connected to everything. So that is affecting everything and everyone. Does this make sense? I will do a whole video on this. So things appear to be separate because you say, well, the laws of physics, the laws. I said, yeah, that's great, but it doesn't apply to everything. It applies to what it serves. All right, and that's real. It's a truth, but it's not a truth for everything, because there are things that our physics laws, it blows the doors off of that. So the reason I'm bringing this up is everyone came here to experience certain things. They came with their own rules and laws of what they would do and play out. So it's not like we're all screwed, you know, what are we doing here? Like, this is dumb. No, we came here specifically in these roles to play it out. We're connected to everything. So what I do is affecting you and whatever, and everything's entangled and purposely designed to affect this, that allows me to do this, that affects this, and then there are choices within it. So there's free will within the pre-programmed, our choice, we programmed it, our pre-programmed roles. So we get to make choices within it. So I will come as the, you know, as the king, you know, the cruel king, you know, and then the choice within it is, can I change that? Will I change that? I'm going to come in as that. That's my challenge. Can I stop being the cruel king and be the giving, loving one? And open the doors to, you know, the palace, to everyone, you know, and that's how it works. So we all have the program that we chose, your personality, your parents, all these situations, experiences, and we have the free will within all of it to change it. And that's the ability to go back into light. We're always in it. You're 70% light anyways, but we have the opportunity to experience it here in these roles. I know, it's actually quite simple if you think about it. So all these roles that came here that are, I say basement dwellers, not in a mean way, but there are low frequencies that came here to serve self. Serve self is great for us because if we stop opposing it and start creating our own existence and world here, what are they going to do? They're not, you know, you can't play on my playground if you're, you know, if you're not going to participate in the game. You know, go sit over there and watch. But, you know, and so that's what's happening right now. So those who serve self will turn on each other, and you're seeing that. And it's an unstable foundation, and it will implode on itself. It collapses, just like everything. It's all collapsing right now. And so guess what? Self-preservation is number one for low frequencies. Nobody's just going to say, caught me. You know, here's what I did. It was wrong. Okay, we all do stuff. You know, we all do stupid stuff. Okay, I was wrong. I'm going to pay the consequences. And you know, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to change. But you're not going to see that because some of the, let's just say, super powerful, strong personalities in density have a very difficult time letting go of that and just throwing in the towel and saying, here's the deal, you know, here's what I did. So they will fight tooth and nail. What it does is causes division and conflict amongst themselves. So if they're down in the basement all fighting with each other, guess what? It's not going to work. The basement is the foundation. It's going to collapse. But we're up in the penthouse, and I guarantee you that they all have the opportunity to go up there, and we will welcome them, of course. None of us walks around, you know, flawless. We are purposely flawed as humans. We come here with fear, and unless we break through it, we will continue to create negativity and self-sabotage, sadness, and struggle. Somebody in my neighborhood email said, I'm feeling really sad lately, you know, just not looking forward to anything. What do I do? And people say, exercise, drink water. There's an app. I said, serve others. Go to a food bank, like my friend who was depressed did. Serve others. Find purpose in, you know, being something of great value here on the planet. Not serving self. Oh, I'll do all these things for myself to feel better. No, do things for others and you'll feel better. And you won't have time to be depressed because you're going to be, you know, like he's all bruised up from hauling and packing boxes, and he doesn't have time to be depressed. This is what we have to do. We have to get through this crazy era, but just sit back and watch the show. It's entertaining, but, you know, personally, I see a lot of it showing up on my feeds, And it's tempting, but, media is not all truthful. Most of it isn't. So why bother? It's going to happen. The results are going to be the results. And right now, I don't need to hear all the garbage out there. I have way too much to focus on. And that is helping change people's lives. And I want to participate with anybody who's doing that. Let's get together. Let's get together in service to others. And it will be the most powerful bond on this planet that cannot be stopped. The power of light. It's endless. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It welcomes everyone. It's loving. You can't argue with it. There's no more conflict in light. And so then we live in a world where we look forward to all the wonderful things we're going to create and the things that we're going to stop doing that are negative. I want to also let you know, I have all kinds of sources for you in the description to start making better choices in what you purchase. Filter your water. It's poison. Don't buy things in plastic. It's tough, but you can do it. Glass is fine, and preferably not in anything. Do your best. Do your best, and eventually it will. Why do we keep babies? We're giving everything that they have. It comes in plastic. And then we say, why are children having cancer? We are the perpetrators of this, so we cannot keep pointing fingers at them who put it in place. We have to look at the consumers. So now it's time for us to take responsibility for supporting those systems. All right, that's the other half of this. And so while we're going into this collapse of craziness, we have to say, okay, how do I disconnect from that? What am I doing to support those systems that are destroying the planet, our bodies, our mental health, everything? Shut down all the commercials, shut it all down. They're sickening, aren't they? Some of these commercials, oh my gosh, there's such programming, and it is programmed. Shut it down. We're not being programmed anymore. We're starting to think for ourselves. So watch the show. I told you these next 2 years, 25 and 26, are going to be pretty crazy, and stuff's going to hit the fan. And, and we're seeing a lot of exits lately. A lot of people are leaving this time period. Some of them are just older. I mean, we get older, we die, right? And that's the old regime, that's the old school, that's the old thinking is leaving. So it's making way for new thinking, new thought. It's, people tell you you're crazy for thinking there's life on other planets or that you can heal yourself. And we're not going to think that anymore. We're going to realize it's true. It's true. And it's okay to think that. So if you are looking at other people and judging them for their thoughts, then you don't realize everything has a law of its own, and it's true. And it serves a purpose for other things that have their own laws, and that on and on and on. So I'm going to have a whole video on that so you can understand why do things seem to be separate, and are there a law of physics, and can we break them? Of course we can break anything. You're not breaking it. There are no limits. There's no limits to anything. So if you put yourself in a box in any kind of rules, especially scientific, that's insane. Source doesn't have any limits. Come on. There are things we have no clue that are going on out there, and it's fabulous. So go into that space, and you're going to start to see things appear in your life that'll blow your mind. I think about stuff, and it shows up. And I'm not surprised. Don't be surprised. It's all waiting for you. You just have to open that door and let go of the other stuff that's blocking it. And that means you have to know that there is something great going on right now. So whatever you see is just the collapse of the old buildings that just can't hold all of that weight. It was never stable. Get ready, because we're going to build something really amazing. But start now. Are you ready for that? So again, go down in the description. You can have the Breakthrough for free inspiration. You're going to see some new stuff coming over that's pretty exciting. Those of you in the Miracle Circle, I'm going to give you a lot of free stuff. And the other one is called Digital Explorers. We're creating responsible businesses. I will teach you, start to finish, how to become an online business owner. You're going to learn from me, okay? The coach is the most important part of anything you learn. Make sure you're in alignment with that. And if you're hearing anybody speak negativity or fear, walk away. They've gone to the darkness. That's okay. God bless them. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.